At different times in the shooting industry, we know that ammunition can be very difficult to secure, and the price goes up to a certain point where people just aren't comfortable letting go of it, which means they don't want to get out on the range to shoot or to train or to practice with their firearms. Well, over the past couple of years, the manufacturers have really been paying attention to this, and we have a lot more of 22 long rifle variants of the personal defense size handguns. So out here in front of me, I've got one from Smith Wesson M&P where we have the 9mm variant on one side, and on the other we have the 22 long rifle variant. I'm wearing a Glock 19 size 22 long rifle, from them as well. And while it's not one-to-one with shooting when it comes to noise and recoil, there are a lot of things that we can get out to the range and practice with and train with. That way we don't have to give up all of that time because we know that shooting is a perishable skill. One of the things that we can work with is just presentation from the holster. We could get out to the range and get our gear normally set up in the way that we would with our holsters, with our carry gear, because the holster is going to still fit this 22 long rifle variant of the gun. So I could get out and I could work on things like presentation from the holster at the gun range, even though it's not one-to-one with recoil. Now I can work with it, we could come out. Now I can work on reloads as well. I can do that as I work through there. I can problem solve with the gun. I can work through those reloads. I can work through things like presentation from the holster. What we can't really work on is going to be the recoil management, because that is where we begin to lose it, is going to be that one-to-one ratio with the recoil of the firearm. So while we can get out, we can work tactics, we can work around barriers, we can work around that cover concealment and practice that on the range, presentation from the holster, or even things like reloads. We need to make sure what we're putting our time in is actually adding to the benefit of what we're trying to do, and that's keep up the skills of defensive shooting.